Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kathan, and today's going to be an exciting video. I'm going to be telling you guys all the schools that I applied to, my reasoning to applying to those schools, where I got accepted and where I got rejected, and just some helpful tips. So if you guys don't know, I'm currently a senior in high school, and I've already done all my applications and gotten all my decisions back, so I'm pretty well versed in the whole college application process. And if you haven't seen my other videos about college orientation, they're going to be somewhere here. And if you watch those videos, you'll see that I'm going to the University of Kentucky next year, and I'm going to be studying agricultural and medical biotechnology, which is essentially just going to be my pre-med major. So I'm going to divide this video up into two parts. The first part is just going to be me telling you guys where I applied and my reasoning to applying there, and then the second part is going to be me telling you guys whether I got accepted or rejected from a college. So with that being said, let's get started with today's video. I ended up applying to 12 schools, and only one of those schools were in state. So the schools that I applied to were the University of Kansas, the University of Nebraska, the University of Iowa, West Virginia University, the University of Oklahoma, the University of Pittsburgh, the University of Oregon, the University of Kentucky, Baylor University, Ohio State, Florida State, and Minnesota. And there's four main reasons that I picked these schools to apply to. The first was sports. Sports was such a big part of my life, and I knew that I wanted to go to a school with a lot of school spirit. So all of these schools had really good athletic departments, so I knew that that was a big factor for me, and that's why I applied to these schools. Another reason is location. I knew location was essential to me because I wanted to be in a nice area, and preferably a big city, so that's why I applied to Ohio State, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and you could throw in Kentucky, Florida State, Oklahoma, and Nebraska, because they're all in relatively big cities or near big cities, so location was a key factor for me. Another thing was that they're all out of state, because I really did not want to stay in West Virginia, so I applied to a bunch of easier schools out of state, like Kansas and Nebraska and Oregon, where I was hoping that I could get enough financial aid to be able to go there. And the other thing is that I was able to get in-state tuition at some of these schools. So like Oklahoma, Florida State, and Kentucky, I could get in-state tuition at. And that's actually one of the main reasons that I chose Kentucky. So I'm going to do a whole video explaining how I was able to get in-state tuition. Okay, finally, let's talk about my college decisions. So I got my first decision at the end of September, and that's actually because I applied really early. Like, I started my applications mid-August and finished my applications like mid-October. And that's something I highly recommend that you guys do, because it just saves you so much stress later on, and it's just such a good feeling getting them all out of the way so early. But the first college that I got a decision from was the University of Kansas, and I got in. Just super exciting, because that's the first college I got into, so that just left a really good feeling, and it just felt amazing to get in. Next was the University of Nebraska. I kind of expected to get in, but it's still nice getting an acceptance letter, so that was pretty awesome. And then next was the University of Iowa, and I also got in there. Pretty cool. It was a cool school. I was happy that I got in. And then next was West Virginia University, and although I kind of knew I was going to get in, it was nice to finally get a decision from them that I got in, because that's my in-state school, and at this point, it really seemed like West Virginia was where I was going to go, even though it's not where I wanted to go. It seemed like a very real possibility at this point, but it was nice that I got in there. Next was the University of Oklahoma. And this was really exciting, because this is actually one of the schools I was considering, because it's one of the schools that I could get in-state tuition at. So getting this acceptance letter was really cool. The next one is the University of Pittsburgh, and this is arguably my first hard college. Their acceptance rate's like 54%, which isn't anything crazy, but Pitt's a really good school, and I was actually kind of nervous about getting in or not. I wasn't sure if it was going to happen, but luckily I got in, so that was super exciting. I was stoked about that. The next college is my college that I'm going to be going to, the University of Kentucky. obviously I got in because I'm gonna be going there. But at this point, I kind of was leaning towards Kentucky, and getting the acceptance letter was super exciting because like I'd been researching about Kentucky and then figured out this whole in-state tuition thing. So that was super exciting to get. I loved getting that. And the next was the University of Oregon. Also really cool. And I wasn't really considering Oregon that much, but it was still nice to get it. And then next was the Baylor University. And this was one of my harder colleges that I applied to. I believe their acceptance rate was around 37%, something around there. And I actually got in, which really surprised me. And they sent me this cool little award thing, which is awesome. So that was super exciting. And then next up was Ohio State. Now this is a school that I wanted to go to for the longest time because I actually go visit Columbus a lot because that's the closest city to me, and I love Columbus. So Ohio State was just a school that I really wanted to go to, but I wasn't sure if I was going to get it, and I was still iffy about that. Luckily, I did get in. I'm going to open this up because it's cool. I was super excited about this. I kind of knew at this point I wasn't going to go to Ohio State just because the cost was so much, but I was still super excited to get into a school that I've been wanting to go to for so long. Next was Florida State. I got in. Let me open this up. I like opening these up. I don't even know if that fits on the frame. But, yeah, I got into Florida State. I was super excited about that too, because I was also considering Florida State since I can get in-state tuition there, and the fact that it finally happened was super exciting. And so at this point, I'm 11 for 11 with colleges. And then my decision from the University of Minnesota came, and it got deferred. And that really hurt, because at this point I was set on Kentucky. I was like, I'm going to go to Kentucky. It doesn't even matter if I get into Minnesota. But the fact that I got into all 11 of my colleges and then got deferred on my last one in Minnesota, that hurt a little bit. But luckily, I got a decision about a week ago, and I got in. I got into the University of Minnesota, which is super exciting because that means I got into all 12 of my colleges. So yeah, that's all the colleges that I applied to. I luckily ended up getting into all 12, which was awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And also, if you have any questions about the whole college application process, I'm going to leave my Instagram right here. Please just feel free to DM me any questions you have, and I'll do my best to answer those. And also, comment below. If you are a junior or a sophomore, just comment where you want to go to college or where you're thinking about going to college. If you're a senior, just comment where you're going to be going to college next year. And if you're in college watching this, then just comment where you go right now. So with that being said, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And I will see you in the next video. See ya.